Splatoon 3. Now, I know this is a weird way to start off Splatoon content on my channel, but the game has been out for a couple months now, and I just wanted to talk about it.
So what? Is this just another review of the game we've seen so much already?
No, today I just wanted to look at one aspect, one key new addition to the game that I've been waiting for so long. An Inksword. Now, I wish I had recorded my reaction to the Splatoon 3 Direct, but it happened at 8 AM on a day I went to school, so I got home and just watched it without looking at anything, and when I say I popped off when I saw the reveal, I mean it. Now, all I can really say is just that we have this clip from my friend Para's reaction.
What is that? Is that a sword?
Splatana Wiper.
Oh my god, AI got an Inksword!
Let me take you back to 2015. I was a wee young lad in a 3rd grade, and I saw this game called Splatoon that I thought was fun. I proceeded to get it for a birthday present, but I didn't realize that I needed internet to play it. So in my time of no internet with the game, I saw the Splat charger, and from the look of the weapon, I thought it was a sword. See? That's the blade. A couple of weeks later, after I got internet, I got the charger. Oh boy, I can't wait to use a sword. I can't wait to show off this cool weapon. What? I could not have been more wrong. I went in thinking it was a sword only to find out it was a sniper. Does that ever happen to you? Ever since then, I wanted an Inksword. I've said it so much, it's basically my origin story by this point. Fast forward 2 years to 2017 and Splatoon 2 is announced, and I was excited. Even though I didn't have a Switch. I watched everything Splatoon 2 had to offer via YouTube videos and streams and just a bunch of content. And then, in summer 2019, I finally got Splatoon 2. Still no fucking sword! Yeah, the next few years I gathered 900 hours on the game, 1000% hero mode and Octo expansion, bought every non-bamboozler weapon, and joined the loving community known as the Paratree Gaming community. Fast forward again 2 years and we get announced Splatoon 3. By this point, my best hope was that I'd at least get an Inksword special. Like, if it was a main weapon, it would be so bad with little to no range. There's absolutely no way I could get it as a main.
We've also verified a new weapon type called Splatanas. This is the Splatana Wiper.
At least they care about their fan base. Finally, after 7 years, I got the one thing I've been waiting for since day 1 of the series. And oh my god, it isn't even that good.
Okay, now we're down to U tier. These weapons are not going to be seeing a lot of competitive play at all, probably ever. So, let's start with the Splatana Wiper.
And finally, that leaves the Splatana Wiper. Unfortunately, though, it's held back a lot by Ultra Stamp in a lot of the same ways that Mini was.
Welcome to the pain of Splatana Wiper. It only goes downhill from here. I spent 7 years waiting for this weapon, only for it to be outclassed by every other weapon. So, let's talk stats. The Splatana Wiper sits in the brand new class of Splatanas. It's a lightweight weapon with the best strafe speed in the game and uses 2 forms of attack. Those forms of attack being your normal fling attack, which does 30 damage and an additional 15 damage if you actually just smack them with the sword, and then a charge projectile that does 60 damage with the actual projectile that goes farther than your normal attack, or 120 if you slice them, giving you a nice and clean insta-kill. Although by technicality it does do 180 damage because the lunge does its damage and then it releases the projectile for an extra 60. But since the lunge kills instantly, you only get the 120. Your normal attack gives you around 34 shots with a full ink tank, while the charge attack gets around half the amount of shots. Now, remember what I said a few minutes ago? Like, if it was a main weapon, it would be so bad with little to no range. I hope you like needing to use charge charge attacks for every battle, you are outranged by about more than half the weapons in this game, with the few exceptions being brushes, arrow spray, Luna Blaster, and sploosh, forcing you to use your longest attack to reach enemies, which that attack is your charge attack. While it may seem like this would be good, this brings up a big point you might see: time to kill and accuracy. Let's compare the Splatana to my old main, the Ink Brush. The thing that's great about Ink Brush is that when you run up to an enemy, your dependence on getting killed relies on how fast you can spam ZR and if you can just simply look at the enemy. The accuracy of the Ink Brush flings ink all around the area, which is why it's easy to get kills without needing to aim. Now, if you look at the Splatana, you'll see that this actually requires aim, and precise aim at that. When you try to take this into account at the same range you use for brushes, it really falls flat, and your only hope is hitting a charge direct, forcing you into a long range fight 90% of the time.
But AI, couldn't you just use your kit to make close range encounters more manageable? Like, the sub and special has got to be really useful, right?
No. As of writing, the only kits available to weapons are vanilla kits, so the kit Splatana Wiper is currently stuck with is Torpedo Ultra Stamp. I mean, it could be worse. At least I one-shot Undercover Shield for some reason. Isn't that right, Para?
Go splat yourself.
Torpedo isn't reliable for fights with Splatana. If anything, your best use for it is to distract enemies for a couple of seconds, and if it does hit directly, it does, what, the same amount of damage as a charge attack? Sure, you could try to use its roll state for close range, but that's pretty unreliable, as the bomb is just a gigantic ball rolling on the ground, and trying to combo a direct hit with a charge attack is really hard to pull off because most people will destroy the torpedo. And Ultra Stamp is even worse. You die so easily when using it, and it's so buggy. Anytime someone fails to use it, it's just automatically referred to as a stamp moment. Compare this to the Ink Brush's kit, Splat Bomb Killer Whale 5.1. Ink Brush can clear gaps so easily by using bombs, and with the Killer Whale, the special not only gives displacement to enemies, but also closes the gap even better than Splat Bombs. The best option you get with Splatana Wiper is throwing a torpedo and then sneaking up on the enemy.
Now, what about the Splatana Stamper? It's another Splatana class weapon. What do you think about it?
Holy! You can actually clear gaps and move with this kit. Burst Bomb Zipcaster is so good for movement and completely negates the slower handling, giving you more range and damage for free. And when you put all of this into perspective, Splatana Wiper has zero place in the current weapon meta. With the meta turning into missiles and crab tank in the forms of Flingsa Roller and Splash-O-Matic, E-Leader is finally getting counters, but it doesn't matter when Splatana Wiper itself can't even counter E-Leader or its counters. Museum is perfect to explain this, as chargers can get full control of middle, making it impossible to push into the enemy base in turf or splat zones, as the only way into the base is jumping from the center platform. And Wiper just doesn't have the capability of hitting the targets it needs due to its lack of range. Now, with all of these facts and statements, why would I, out of all people, main Splatana Wiper? Out of moral obligation. I've been wanting this weapon for 7 years. I basically have to main it. And since it's my only weapon I play, if I go to something else, it'll feel wrong. Just like on Smash, you get used to playing someone like Joker, then swap characters, go to counter, and it's a completely different move. Now, the million-dollar question is, will this be my main forever? God, no. Are you kidding? The game hasn't been out past 6 months yet. You think this kid's gonna stay? Real talk, if you weren't aware, back in Splatoon 2, I made it a goal to try to get a badge on every weapon to see which weapons are good and bad. In Splatoon 3, I'll be doing the same thing, but with getting 5 stars on weapons. No, I won't. Who knows? Maybe I'll go back to Ink Brush or find a magical non-bamboozler third weapon that will be my new main. But for now, the Splatana Wiper will be my main and proof that Splatoon devs can give you anything you want in the game, even making the Undercover a good weapon for competitive.
You do realize I've already moved on to Sloshing Machine, right?
Shh. You'll always be an Undercover user to me, Para. Alright, so they just released the patch notes for 2.0. Let's see what they did.
That is way better.
Yeah! Bro, how consistent did they make this?
Hi, this is AI talking from January 2023. Wiper is actually a good weapon now with its buffs that it is being used in comp. The meta has changed slightly, and Para is now one-tricking T-Tech Splattershot. Now, with all this into question, what do I think about the Wiper now? It's moving up from bad to mid. Final answer. So, it's been a while. Thank you guys so much for watching. I know it's been 6 months since I last uploaded, but I haven't really had any ideas of videos I want to do. But I'm back. This video took me 3 months to make, but I'm finally done. Big thank you to my friend Para for helping me out as my resident Splatoon competitive friend, and for lending me his voice for the video, as well as recording this background footage, as I don't have a capture card to record any footage with. If you want to go check him out, go follow him on Twitter, or follow his competitive team, Outclassed. They're a gold team, and it's cool seeing him compete at a relatively high level. Another big shout out to my amazing girlfriend KitKat for making the thumbnail, the sprites, and letting me use their voice to act as the viewer. And of course, all of the videos and streams used in this video will be in the description, because, like I said, I don't have a capture card, so it would be really hard for me to get a lot of footage otherwise. If you made it this far, subscribe to the channel. I know this video isn't what I usually make, but I promise I'll go back to normal videos soon. I just wanted to talk about this because it would be very fun to talk about something that I've been wanting for 7 years, only for it to suck. Anyways, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you all later. Also, here's some funny bloopers from when I was recording the script. As of writing, the only kits available to weapons are vanilla kits, so the kit's Splatana Wiper is currently stuck with is Torpedo Ultra Stamp. Did I say Torpedo? As of writing, the only kits available to weapons are... As of writing, the only kits available to weapons are... As of writing, the only kits available to weapons are vanilla kits, so the kit... As of writing, the only kits available to weapons are vanilla kits, so the kit... As of writing, the only kits available to weapons are vanilla kits, so the kit Splatana Wiper is currently stuck with is Torpedo Ultra Stamp. There we go! Oh my god, that took so long. Why did that take so many tries?